Hello, and welcome to Lighthouse Tarot, where we embrace the light within ourselves and within others. If you're new to my channel, warm welcome from my heart to yours. If you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for your likes, shares, and comments. That really helps the YouTube algorithm push my videos straight up to the top. Without further ado, today we're going to be talking about Aquarius in the 4th house. If you don't know if you have this placement, simply go to your birth chart on Astro Cafe or alab.com, alab.com. And you're going to put in your birth time, birth date, birthplace, and simply go to the 4th house. If it says Uranus or Aquarius, then you have Aquarius in your 4th house. So what does the 4th house represent? The 4th house represents our home, our family, traditions, where we put our roots, and emotional safety, where you feel the most comfort in your home. So someone growing up with Aquarius in the 4th house, because Uranus is such a planet of shock and revelation, this person could have grown up in a place where they moved a lot. They could have been in a military family, they could have been a pastor's kid, a missionary's kid, or quite honestly, maybe one of their parents simply traveled for work. So usually with people with this placement, Aquarius in the 4th house, they were taken from their hometown at a young age in childhood, and they were moved to a different state or a different country for a little bit. And this came as a shock. This was very spur of the moment. They were not mentally prepared. So this causes for the Aquarius in the 4th house to cultivate a lot of independence. They had to learn how to meet their own emotional needs, and it could come out in the form of the Aquarius 4th house feeling like they didn't really belong, because sometimes they started the school year when it was already in the 2nd semester. They weren't accustomed to the culture. Maybe they were born in the north and then they moved to the south and they just didn't quite fit in. So Aquarius in the 4th house, they don't really fit in. They could have also been the black sheep of their family. Aquarius in the 4th house, because they're ruled by Uranus, which is such a rebellious planet, they don't usually their children in the same way that they were raised. They rebel against their old traditions. And that's not to say that they do things completely, absolutely different, though they can, but they might have noticed the fallacies and how they grew up. And because Aquarius is a very intellectual sign, they noticed, it didn't seem to work when I grew up being parented this way. So I'm going to take a different approach and just see where that leads me. And then it usually leads them to be very successful, and they let go of traditions. And even though this might have some kind of clash with the family, usually the family accepts the Aquarius in the 4th house for just being their own little weirdo, being very innovative and being different than the others. And they're like, okay, well, they're going to do what they're going to do, so I might as well accept them, right? Aquarius in the 4th house, they want to have a home which they can decorate in a very innovative way, in a very futuristic, a little quirky way. They like for their home to be their safe space, but they also want a home where they can be accepted, where they can be heard. They'll often move in with a roommate or a partner that is very free loving. Maybe this partner also has Aquarius in their chart or Sagittarius, and this person allows the Aquarius in the 4th house to be their authentic self, because it's very important for Aquarius in the 4th house. If they're living with a partner and they feel smothered or they feel controlled in some aspect, they're going to move. They're just going to leave because they don't like that. Aquarius in the 4th house cultivates freedom within themselves, and they in return to their family and even their chosen family, because it doesn't have to be blood family, they give them enough freedom and space to do their own thing, because that's how they grew up. They grew up very independent. They grew up learning how to take care of themselves at a young age, and so they give that to other people. I'm trying to think of what else I learned about Aquarius in the 4th house. This person could be very restless if they're living in the same place for longer than a year. They kind of get tired of it. They might want to move. This could be a nomadic lifestyle, but it doesn't have to be. Aquarius just needs that freedom to express themselves and to be heard and to be seen and to just be their quirky, eccentric self in the safety of their home. So they're very protective of their space, and if they let you in their space, then that means that they care a lot about you. Aquarius in the 4th house, what was the other thing I was going to say with Aquarius in the 4th house? They look at things in a very futuristic way. They don't tend to dwell on the memories of the past. And that's not to say that they're not sentimental. you know, I'm an Aquarius on the cusp of Pisces. I do a lot of daydreaming. I do dwell on the past, but if they have a memory that is painful, they will block it out, or they will cut it, like just cut it midway, because sometimes Aquarius in the fourth house, they don't grow up with a lot of emotional stability. They don't grow up with someone who is very outwardly emotional and what is the word, emotionally available. May that be in their home, or may that be with their friends, some type of environment where they were not emotionally available. So Aquarius struggles expressing those emotions, and when they have a painful memory, they will cut it off because they don't know how to deal with it. But I found a lot of Aquariuses do become emotionally available as they grow older, and if they go invest in therapy, or they take some type of journal and they learn to write down their emotions, or they express their emotions through a creative way. But yes, that was my video on Aquarius in the fourth house. If you're an Aquarius in the fourth house, drop the Aquarius emoji below. As always, I'm open for birth chart readings and tarot readings. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.